So we got some folks who need to put tabs so they can construct their boxes. Here's a simple demo on how to do it. I've done a lot of prep work. So for this one, I just did a 3x3 cube. I labeled each of the pieces using 3D text. You can erase that when you're done. If you've made your paper model, you can go ahead and mark that instead. So I went and I created the cube, labeled the pieces, and then I just made some decisions. So I decided that the top should be just 4 in tabs. That would get me started so that everything else could follow a pattern and I wouldn't have to think too hard about it. So if the top is going to be like that, it makes sense to have the bottom like that as well. So the bottom, again, I marked it as 4 in tabs. This is what I've been having you do with the pen and your paper models so far. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't have a paper model because I'm recording a screen, so I just used text labels on my SketchUp model. That will work too. So now, let's start putting some tabs in. So I did the top one already. So you can see top has in. So I had little tabs going in. I'm going to do the bottom one the same way because that's also 4 ins. So I'm going to set guides. First, our wood is 0.2 inches thick. So 0.2 enter gives me the guide for how far into the piece the tab should go. And I'm just going to do that from every edge. And because I have a 3-inch box, I just decided my tabs should be 1 inch wide. You can decide a different size for you if you have a different size model. How wide it is doesn't matter too much. You just want to try to keep it consistent if you can. So since my tab's going to be 1 inch wide and it's a 3-inch thing, I'm going to get rid of 2 inches on each side. So I'm going to set guides 1 inch from each edge. So again, I just move, type 1, enter. From every edge. And all of those guides go to make my notches. I just get my pen tool and I draw the tabs. Every tab, whether it bumps out or in, is going to be taking a piece of material out of the side of your box. If you're having a bump out, you're actually taking out the 2 pieces instead of this tab. But I'll demonstrate one of those next. Okay, once I've done that, I can get my eraser and I've gone and gotten rid of the tabs for the bottom. All right, so now another piece done. Let's try another section. So let's try the front. So this has 2 ins and 2 outs. So the sides are in and the top and bottom are out. So let's get my front here. I'm going to make this a little bigger so it's easier to see. And just like before, get my guides. This process really isn't going to change. 0.2. And then 1 inch. Because again, I just want a 1 inch tab. Yours can be different. This is 3 inches. Breaking it into thirds. So these markers are breaking it up at 1 inch intervals. right. And once I've done that, let's double check just to make sure. And look at my cube. So out is top and bottom, in is on the sides. All right. Out is top and bottom. So if I want to get rid of the top and bottom and make an out, I've got to get rid of this piece and this piece. So everything but the tab goes. And then for my sides, since they're going to be in on the sides, I can just cut that piece out with lines and again get my eraser. So out is top and bottom, so I'm going to get rid of all this. And in on the sides, I'm going to get rid of the middle piece. And this way, you'll get faces to your object that will fit together like puzzle pieces, and they will hold the structure together nicely so it's not just the glue doing the work. So we would continue on throughout all of these. And again, if I did front, back would be done the same way, and then left and right will be identical pieces as well. So I'm not going to make you watch me do all of them, but that's how you make some outs, that's how you make some ins, and you just keep track of what you wrote on your paper model, and that's what you do to each face. All right, hope this is helpful. I'll see you soon.